William Shakespeare was a playwright, poet, and actor in 16th and 17th century England whose existence has brought pain and agony into my life in the form of literature. Shakespeare is widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language because everybody nowadays is monolingual. In his lifetime between April 23rd, 1564 to April 23rd, 1616, he wrote 37 plays and 154 sonnets. Now, one of those plays just so happens to be Macbeth. The play follows Macbeth, who gets told by 3 witches that he will be King of Scotland. Macbeth then goes on, after his wife Lady Macbeth persuades him, she's a psychopath, to kill the king. Macbeth then becomes a new king, fulfilling the prophecy. He then goes on to kill more people out of paranoia. Civil war erupts to overthrow Macbeth, resulting in even more death. Now, we can use BBC's modern day Macbeth Retold and Shakespeare's Macbeth to compare and show how ideas about human nature such as guilt and fear are timeless. When you think about the word guilt, what comes to mind? Maybe you said something offensive to someone, or didn't do your English assignment when you were supposed to. But there's also the guilt of murdering somebody cold-heartedly in hopes of being their successor. After the murder of Duncan, both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth show strong signs of guilt as they both slowly become insane. Macbeth gains hallucinations first of a dagger before him, and then of the ghost of his best friend Banquo, whomst he betrayed and killed after Banquo started suspecting Macbeth of murder. It is interesting, however, how the fear of being found out from his murder far outweighs Macbeth's guilt, so much that he goes on to kill more people just to hide the truth. Lady Macbeth is shown to be vigorously and constantly washing her hands of the blood of her crime, which, of course, is a metaphor for the guilt and remorse she is feeling. You could say that the couple are being haunted by the ghosts of their murdering sprees, or you could put it simply, they go insane. In the modern-day adaptation, which is set in the realm of chefing, Macbeth also experiences hallucinations as, while he's drinking milk, it turns to blood and he freaks out. It's a representation of his guilt and how he can never be clean of his crimes, much like Lady Macbeth's hand-washing, which also happens in this version. Another example of this is when an inspector enters the kitchen saying he knows what Macbeth did. As Macbeth is paranoid and full of guilt, he believes that the inspector is calling him out. However, it is shown that the inspector was talking about seafood. The guilt of the couple will eventually lead them to death, Lady Macbeth killing herself from guilt, and Macbeth being decapitated in a duel by Macduff, whose family got killed by Macbeth's orders. In summary, Shakespeare's Macbeth has explored themes of human nature that are still relevant in today's society. Goodbye.